have been it for years, plural, which is awesome. And I think we all forget that we all still struggle no matter where we are at. And I think something that we forget to do, and I know sometimes I'm not great at this, but then sometimes I really am, is Demetria might hear from me for a whole entire week on the phone, and then I might drop radar for a little while, and then I'll come right back. We have to be consistent on reaching out to your coaches, to the people who we love, not just the people who you're taking care of, but who took care of you, right? Because at some point, everybody here has their coach, right? Whether it's Demetria or it's me or it's Michelle or it's Matt or it's Ashley or it's Lisa, whoever it is, or it's Danielle, whoever it is, somebody needed you and you still need yours. It's just that chain effect. So we have to remember, if you're starting to feel stressed, overwhelmed, I can't do this, I can't do all of this, and I'm just going to take this one out of the equation because it's so easy to take away because everything else is so important. This is still important too. And you have to remember why, like Demetria said, we went back to being a coach that very first day. And I love that you said this again because, it's November 2nd. And what happens for me very robotically, like you said, is I become, okay, Success Club, let's go. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be like, who am I going to change their lives this month? And I think that's what Demetria is saying by changing your mindset from, I got to get my tank top and my daily sunshine blanket because damn it, I'm club. What the hell? I haven't even gotten my blanket yet, y'all. I don't get it for another 10 weeks because they forgot about me. So if they forgot about me, I mean, hello, I need to focus on what got me there. And she's right. And it is more fun when, even if you're running a challenge group, be a challenger too. Just because you're getting up and doing the post in the morning doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Be the challenger.
I have to say something about that too. You have to be a challenger because I will use myself as a perfect example. What has happened with me is that when I'm not focusing on the main thing and when the joy is taken out, then I stop even wanting to check into my groups because it just feels like a to-do. It's not something that it just feels like a to-do, and it's not a to-do. I love this life. Before I knew about Beachbody coaching, this is what I was doing. I was sharing. I wasn't always doing Beachbody programs, but I was sharing my journey on social media. I was sharing with people. I was giving free information away. Anytime I found something helpful, I shared it. I was just being who I am, and I've always wanted to help people with health and fitness. And I think that, this is just part of learning. I mean, I've been a coach for 3.5 years. I've learned a lot in that time. And Matt and Ashley, I know I've shouted them out a lot, but I'm so grateful for them because I watch their social media and I legit get up in the morning. I'm like, what are they doing? I'm always on their Insta stories. I'm like, what they do today? I know Matt's doing something crazy and Ashley's giving them the stank eye. It's my favorite. But the point is, like, the passion is there, and that draws people in. It draws me in. I mean, like I said, I've been a coach for 3.5 years. That doesn't mean anything. People are attracted to your passion. And if you want to really help people, you have to stay passionate. And Success Club is not going to keep you passionate. Helping people is going to keep you passionate. Success Club is going to help you to know that you're continuing to grow your business. Yes. But not hitting it does not mean you're not a good coach. It's like when people do everything that they, could possibly do to lose weight that week. And they're like, dude, I lost 0.5 pound. This doesn't work. And it's like, no, there's so much going on inside your system that you can't see on the outside yet. And you just have to trust the process. It's the same thing with growing this business, growing your income, growing your rank, growing your team. You just have to keep going. You just have to keep the main thing. And one of the other mistakes that I make in life in general, not just in my business, is I start to gain momentum and I start to be like, okay, because I'm somebody who can see the vision and I have no problem seeing the vision, I want to get there right away. It's like if you've ever been to Las Vegas and you live in the suburbs, you see the strip and you're like, it seems like it's right there, but why is it taking 25 minutes to get there? Like, I just want to be there. It's right there. That's how I am about everything in my life. I see the end goal and I'm like, okay, let's skip the middle. Let's get this moving. So what happens in this business is you can tend to overlook the fundamentals. You can tend to be like, yeah, I know all that. I know all that. I know all that. Tell me something new. Tell me something deeper. Tell me something quicker. Tell me something faster. And that was what I started to do. Like, I already know all the fundamentals. I know the vital behaviors. I know that I need to do all that. I don't need to hear that again on a team call. So I stopped plugging into as many team calls. I stopped making the national wake up call. Like, it used to be my priority, like to the point where I'm writing down notes. And then it just was like, oh, I'll get to it. So now I'm back to that. I put it in I have it back in as a calendar item. And if I can't because Gabriel's crazy, I replay it every Tuesday when it pops up on podcasts. So all these things I've been replaying in my mind. What did I do as a coach who was brand new that I'm not doing now? All the fundamentals. Because I got to the point where I was like, yeah, I know all that. I know all that. Now let me move on to more leadership skills. And no, being a leader means you're doing all the fundamentals and you're adding in some new skills. That's what it means. It's not about skipping that, like, oh yeah, I got that. You will never not need those. Just like an athlete, they still have to do drills every day, even though they know they have to dribble all the time, even though they can do trick jump shots or whatever they do, Mm-hmm. So you got to learn from veteran coaches. You don't have to make mistakes to learn. Just don't do that. Just always stay with the fundamentals. And it really starts with you, and don't ever lose that thinking, because the people pleaser in me is another struggle, which is where the personal development comes in. The people pleaser in me is I can very easily drop my self-care and what I need so that I can help everybody else. Like, oh, my coaches need me. Oh, my challengers need me. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't even eat today. Or I didn't even, that's not going to work. That does not work. You have to just like we tell our challengers, you've got to take care of yourself first. And they even tell you, I love the analogy of when you're on an airplane. They tell you have to put your mask on first if it goes down. And even though as moms, we're like, oh my God, no. Well, who's going to save your child? I mean, if you're not okay, everyone else is going to fall off. And so that's been a hard lesson for me, but I'm back to the place where I'm ready to be a student again. I'm ready to not start over, but start fresh, because now I'm like, okay, I'm learning, success goes like this. It's just back and forth, back and forth. And this is something that people are in this business in general are struggling with. And I talked to Danielle McKean today, and she's like, nope, Success Club is still a goal, but that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on helping people. We're focused on the main point of this business. So
I love that. And I remember, Demetra and I have been talking too a lot, and I'm in agreement with her. We have to be students. You have to set a time, at least whatever you can. I don't want to say a time limit, because everybody's different, and every coaching person's business level is different. So for me, I try to do at least 30 minutes a day of something that's going to teach me. It's mm-hmm. going to educate me. It's going to make me better, because repetition is great, but if you're not continuing your education, you stop. And it's that simple. And the other thing too that I want to add is something that we talked on too, is when you start to put when you're trying to take care of all of your challengers and all of your coaches and making sure they're okay, you are not their savior in this business. You are not I'm going to make you lose 50 pounds. Yep. It is their responsibility. You can give them every link, every text call, every hoorah, whatever it is, but they have to do it. And that should take a lot of pressure off your business, because it goes again right back to you and focusing on your goals. And whoever wants to ride the train with you will ride your train, and they will come to you and ask the questions. But even if you still reach out, which you still should reach out to everybody, if they don't message you back, that is on them, but they will remember that you never gave up on them.
Mm-hmm. And it's so true. At the end of the day, you can't handhold people. Now, I'm not saying you can't handhold in guiding them with, when you're a new coach, or even now, I'll message Danielle and be like, wait, what? Like, what is this? Or how do I? That's not what I mean. But you're a tour guide. You're not, like Stacey said, you're not the savior. You can't make people lose their weight. You can't make people build this business. They have to want it. And I will tell you, every single person that I have helped advance to diamond, they wanted to advance to diamond. I wasn't like, come on, let's go, you can do it. I cheered them along the way once they gave me their goals, but I wasn't calling them every day. Hey, did you do your diamond leadership call? Hey, did you do this? Hey, they came to me asking me questions. That's how it works. It's not me going, because I'm not your employer. It's different when you're an employee. They set benchmarks for you. They come to you. They check up on you. You have reviews. That is not what this is. You're the CEO of your business. You either build it or you don't. And so what and with uplines, some people have amazing uplines and some people don't. That has nothing to do with your success, because Beachbody gives you every tool you could possibly ever need and want in the back office. So if I disappeared tomorrow, or your upline disappeared tomorrow, or Christina Delgado disappeared tomorrow, guess what? We have everything we need to succeed. Yep. So it's never a matter of, well, I didn't have this, or my upline didn't do this, or my coaches aren't active, or no, this is about you. This is about you building your business because you want to, and you show up and you take the time, like Stacey said, to constantly learn. Every great leader, they're always the greatest student, always. They're never too good for any information, ever. They're always willing to learn something and soak something up. And I think there was some statistic about CEOs read like 60 books a year or something crazy. I'm like, I'm
not. Does that count as audio?
I know. Seriously.
Oh, something I wanted to add to you guys really fast. You guys all have like pages. I don't know if you guys are doing this or not, but if you have your like pages, make sure you're friend requesting the people who are on your like page, because those are the people that you kind of want to start those conversations with. Since I've been running my ads, I've been getting a lot of new friends. So go to your insights and request a friendship. You already have something in common, fitness. Remember that.
Stacey, I'm glad you said it. Real quick, I made a note for myself about what I want the next call to be on. If I can't find it, I'll message in the team page. But I want us to talk about sharing stories. So Stacey and I are in Social Team Builder and sharing your story. So your business is basically all about your story, because that's how you share, that's how you build trust, that's how you connect and relate. And so getting good at sharing that story is a vital part of your business. So we're going to do a team call on how to drill down your story. One thing that I used to always do, and Stacey and I have talked about this recently too, is glaze over the really important things in my story, because it's my story, I'm used to it, or maybe I just don't want to talk about it, or it's a shameful thing, or it's just something. And I told her today, I said, when I was younger, I grew up with a single parent who had 2 kids that were 18 months apart. And we never had food. Like, this is something I never really talk about because it was so long ago and it's just not my life. And so what I find myself often saying is, I grew up in an underprivileged house. That's not the same as telling people that all that was in our fridge was Parmesan cheese. That's not the same thing as talking about how I saw my mom cry and how I saw all this daily struggle. It's not the same as saying I was underprivileged. Lots of people are underprivileged. It's not the same. And so learning how to drill down your story and really being raw. And again, it takes time. You have to do what you're ready for. But you do have to get real with people. You have to get raw with people because they need to know who you really are if they're going to relate to you, because you are your own brand. So,
and you have to be very
unfortunately, I didn't record the first half of this call.
That's okay.
Really bugs, but it's going to end. We're going to get cut off. So if you guys have anything you want to add, please put it in the team page. And we are going to have our next team call on the 3rd week of this month, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is next Thursday, if anybody wants to hop on that. So we'll do that. And what was the other thing you were just going to say? It was so, what did you just say? Finish what, say it
About
again.
stories. Just, I want us to do a call
Yeah,
on doing that.
be very specific in your story. Like concentrate on one thing they say on Social Team Builder and really talk about it. Like, from like if you're at the pool and you're uncomfortable, you want to be like, I covered my towel up around my backside. I didn't like the roll. Like you have to get really raw and specific in your story because then that's where somebody hits the relation key.
Yes. All right. I'm going to shut this down before it cuts us off. Thank you guys so much for being on the call. Please comment in our team page if you have more to talk about or more you wanted to talk about. And we will see you in 2 weeks. And be on the push call next week if you are in the push.
All right. Bye.
All right. Good night.